Welcome to the 14th episode. We've been doing 2 weeks of these 22 days of joy already. I cannot believe it. Unfortunately, my wonderful, beautiful co-host is also not joining us again today. And this is her day for the meditation. So luckily I have the recording. We will be listening to her voice today at least. It's also, we're doing today micro movements, and this is the least favorite one that she had. So I think she's just trying to avoid it, really. But we will continue. And it's funny because, we color code the scripts. Yeah, they're all purple today, apart from the occasional blue, and of course her meditation. So yeah, I think she just wanted me to do today. So like, anyway. All right. So micro movements, what are they? They are obviously little tiny movements where you can bring in the joy. And it doesn't matter how physically fit or able you are. It's not an exercise. It's not anything strenuous. It's not something that you have to dedicate hours and hours of. It's literally just those small little movements. It's like a trigger reminder for you to bring in the joy. So it's nothing strenuous, and you don't need to join in at all today. You don't need to do all of the things that we're doing today, but they're all just going to be very gentle and just very natural. So our joy flip today is move your body for 3 minutes. So you can dance, you can go for a walk, you can shake it out, whatever it is that you want to do. Or I'm going to go through a couple of bits and pieces today as well that you can do. I love to dance, honestly. I put on my favorite songs and I put like my headphones in and I just dance around. So I have this little private party. But whatever you like to do. And it's just small little movements for your body. Like I said, even if you're not physically able to get up and go and dance or go for a really long walk or something, you can just do them sitting down or whatever it is that you want to do. So there's nothing, it's not a task, it's not a chore. It's something just to reset and to bring in that joy. If anyone is doing the journal prompts, today's journal prompt is what changed once I moved? So what did you notice when you actually did the tiny littlest movements? What came in for you for that? Okay, so let's have a look at the shadow and the flip. So today we are going to be looking at movement as regulation and not as a performance. So it's all just for you. It's not for anybody else. So we're going to look first at freeze going into activation. So our shadow here can be, I can't get started. Well, the whole point of micro movements is it is the smallest of movements. It's not a huge exercise routine. It is just a small mindful movement. The flip here is 3 minutes is enough to begin. And honestly, you don't even need to do it for 3 minutes. You can do 30 seconds if that's all you can do. You can do 10 seconds. Just start as slow and as little as you want and work your way up. Because movement is a wonderful way of reconnecting with yourself. And it's also a wonderful way of clearing out any mental or emotional gunk as well. So movement is so important for us. Our second shadow is all or nothing. And that's sort of like that fitness kind of thinking and attitude going into permission. So a lot of the stuff that we do in this joy thing is about permission and giving ourselves that permission as well. Our shadow here may be if I can't do a full workout, it doesn't count. Well, that's rubbish, right? Like that is not true. And honestly, like when I first came to Canada, I just walked everywhere and I lost loads of weight, and not in a bad way, like in a good way, because I walked everywhere and it wasn't like power walking and all this stuff. It was just walking. I walked around and I lost the weight and I felt good in myself because I was walking, because I was active. So a workout doesn't have to be going to the gym, which is my nightmare. I cannot stand any of the gym stuff. It bores me to tears. So my workout, my movement has to be where I don't realize that I am. So dancing, so walking, so riding a horse or going ice skating, something where I don't realize that I'm exercising. That is my joyful movement. So you find what yours is, and it really doesn't matter what it is as long as you're moving. It doesn't need to make you sweat. It doesn't need to exhaust you. It's just moving that body and moving the energy around. Okay, so our flip here would be small movements still shifts energy. Exactly what I just said, right? Like just the slightest of movements is going to really make a change in your thinking as well as your physical health. Our third one is stagnation into flow. So here we may be telling ourselves that we feel really stuck. And in which case we can then flip that to movement creates momentum. So literally just starting anything, not just movement, anything at all. You just need to start, right? And then that creates the momentum and it gets easier and easier and easier. So if we just do 10 seconds of, some ankle rolls, that's something to start, right? Or, we just sort of move our body side to side or whatever it is, just for a few seconds. That's something to start off, and then it just becomes second nature. Even if you're just like waiting for the kettle to boil, while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, just do a micro movement, just do something to move your body. And if you need music as well for that, or you need to hum a tune, you do that too. But just for the time that it takes for the kettle to boil, something like that. And then our fourth one today is exhaustion story into gentle vitality. So the shadow here could be I'm too tired to move. And sometimes you are going to be too tired, but not to do a micro movement. Micro movements in and of themselves are so small and so gentle that it's the same as breathing. It's the same as just moving slightly in your chair. It's not this big, huge workout routine. It's just starting that movement. The flip here can be moving lightly can create energy. So that is that. I am now going to do demonstrations for you, and you can join in or not. You don't have to. So the first ones are sitting down. So our first ones would be like shoulder rolls. So literally you're just sitting down and you're just rolling your shoulders back and rolling them forward. And for as many times as you want to do it, as fast or as slow as you want to do it. And this literally just creates space. It's opening up your chest, right? And it's getting out all of the stagnation and the I guess barriers or blockages in your chest area, and it's freeing up space to invite that joy in, to invite that love in, right? All about your chest and your heart chakra and your love center. So that in itself, that's all you need to do. Shoulder rolls, micro movement. And again, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is, just try it. Something, just the smallest amount is going to do something for you in a positive way. So that is very, very important. Another sitting down one is a gratitude stretch, and it's just like a normal stretch. Whatever you want to do, like arms over your head or out to the side or some kind of stretch, anything at all. But while you're doing that, you express what you are grateful for. So when you're stretching, you're actually sort of like allowing it into those muscles and into everywhere because you're stretching and you're reminding yourself what is happy. And then when you're doing that, it's actually going in at a cellular level. It's actually going to allow you to, when you stretch, bring in those endorphins and those the joy triggers for you because you're expressing joy when you do it. If you just stretch without doing the joy, that's still going to trigger the joy in you. All right, next ones. Next ones are standing up, which you do not need to do unless you want to. You're very welcome to do them with me, but just to demonstrate them, I will stand up. All right, so then our first one would be a playful twist. So we're literally going to twist from our hips. We're just going to twist, right? And when you're doing this, you can actually just be Right, just make sure I'm getting it right. You can actually make silly sounds or whatever it is, or wave your arms around. You can just be silly with it, or you can dance to it, hum a tune to it, whatever it is. And if you do it in front of a mirror, any of these, and you pull faces or you laugh or you smile, it's going to create that fun and that laughter for you. Next one is joyful jumps. So jumps and hops. You can hop on one foot or you can jump around and spin around and you can make silly sounds. And again, if you've got a mirror, even if it's not body length, even if you can just see your face, just jump around and just be silly, pull faces, make silly noises. Just be a child again. Let that inner child out. Okay. Um, and then we're going to do the breath of joy. So the breath of joy is something that you can do sitting down or standing up. Most people like to stand up with it. And if you're standing up, you just make sure that your feet are in line with your hips. And what you do, so I'll explain it through first and then we'll do a couple of rounds. So what you do is you're going to breathe in a really deep breath through your nose and you're going to bring your hands up. So it's palms up on that breath. And as you keep breathing in or you holding your breath, you bring it right up. And then still holding your breath, you're going to bring your hands around and gather up that joy. And then when you exhale, you are going to sigh it out. So, or you can go, or you can go, or whatever silly sound you want to make with it. And so this is literally joy breathing. So if you want to do it with me, you're very welcome. But we breathe in and we're bringing in the joy. And then we hold the breath and we gather it in. And then sigh or whatever you want to. And then again, palms up, breathing in through your nose, nice deep breath. And gathering up that joy on that held breath. And good. And then one more time, go up. And holding that breath, bringing in all that joy and happiness and sigh. Well done, guys. And that is why Karnie didn't want to do today. So thank you for joining in with me. All right. So we're going to do our affirmation for the day, and then I will open it up to any questions or anything before I then share my screen and put on Karnie's meditation. All right, so our micro movement affirmation for the day. So feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. You can put your hand on your heart or your middle finger to your thumb or whatever you do to anchor in. And I'm just going to mute you all so you can say it out loud if you like. So either in your head or out loud, say, 3 minutes is enough to begin. Small movement still shifts energy. Movement creates momentum. Moving lightly restores me. And my body knows how to reset. Perfect, guys. All right, does anyone have any questions or any shares before I hopefully can get this screen share, because I am rubbish. So please do either unmute yourself and tell me or put in the chat that you can't hear it, because I am rubbish at it. All right, so we have our microphone movements. It's a great picture by AI as well, of me and Karnie doing the micro movements. So enjoy.
This is Karnie, and this is day 14 of the 22 Days of Joy Flips Challenge. Today we are looking at micro movement, which is movement as regulation, not performance. Take a slow breath in and notice your body as it is right now. Movement plan, just awareness. Notice if there's heaviness or stillness. A sense of being frozen in place. Perhaps there is a quiet thought. I can't get started. The weight of beginning and the friction at the end of action. Now soften it. 3 minutes is enough to begin. Not an hour, not a program, not a transformation. Just 3 minutes. Let your shoulders roll once. Let your lift tilt gently. Let your fingers stretch open. Beginning does not require intensity. It requires willingness, and willingness can be small. Now notice the all or nothing voice. If I can't do a full workout, it doesn't count. That performance mindset, that measuring energy, and let it soften. Small movement still shifts energy. Stand up, sway from side to side, shake out your hands, walk slowly across the room. Energy responds to motion, not duration, not perfection. You are not training, you are regulating, and regulation counts. Now feel into stagnation. I feel stuck, as if the air around you is thick, as if time is paused, and gently introduce this truth. Movement creates momentum. Now lift your arms and bend your knees and let your body sway like seaweed in water. Even the smallest ripple changes the current. You are not forcing flow, you are inviting it, and the body remembers how to move. Now notice the exhaustion story. I'm too tired to move. That heaviness can feel convincing, but try this softly. Moving lightly can create energy. Not pushing, not powering through, just gentle vitality. Circle your wrists, stretch your spine. Take 3 steps with them. Feel the subtle spark that follows. Energy is not only spent, it is generated. And sometimes the doorway to energy is the smallest shift. Freeze becomes activation. All or nothing thinking becomes permission. Stagnation becomes flow. Exhaustion softens into gentle vitality, all through micro movement. You do not regulate by pushing, you regulate by circling. The body was designed for motion, and even the tiniest movement tells your nervous system, not trapped, we are not stuck, we are alive. Take one more slow breath. Move one more slow way. A stretch, a sway, a shake. Feel how little it requires. 3 shifts, 1 ripple, and suddenly there is momentum. And that is the joy flip.
Hey, how do you guys feel? You good?
Was good, thanks. Yeah. Sort of the swaying.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be anything big, right? It can just be this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just remember to invite the joy in as you're doing it, and it will be even easier.
Mm-hmm.
I was way to a campfire.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful.
I think I'm going crazy.
No, not at all. This is what we're doing with you. This is good. Yeah, no, you're getting lots of profound stuff coming up for you, so that's really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So tomorrow we are doing day 15. It's going to be called Pattern Interrupt. It's all about releasing that autopilot and that unconscious repetition of stuff, just to wake up the joy again. So, and we're talking about like changing up the routine and stuff like that. So that's going to be tomorrow. So again, you don't need to bring anything tomorrow. Just maybe think about something that you're very repetitive with that you would like to shake up a little bit, but otherwise yeah, just hopefully Karnie will be back tomorrow. And if she isn't, then you got me again solo. But yeah, it's all good. And it's
Fine.
my birthday tomorrow anyway, so that's fine. Does anybody have anything else before we close for the day?
No,
Mm.
I'm happy in my campfire.
Okay, well, yeah, you go and have a lovely campfire dream, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
And
you. Thank
take
you,
care
Okay.
Kerry.
today
Thank you.
Thank
from
Bye,
you.
Becca.
Bye.
from the
Love
Bye,
you.
solo
Tracy.
chick.
Yeah.
I wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful night.
You
Bye,
too.
guys.